Part 2 of which party causes the least amount of harm to the least amount of people. If you want to see what the details of this project are, you have to go look at part 1 video. It's already posted. This is the second step, which is a description of what each side perceives the other side and their own side's foreign policy as. So I'm going to start with the right. Now remember, this is just one person on the right's opinion. This is just a friend of mine who we are deciding, which party causes the least amount of harm to the least amount of people through this project. Okay, so this person believes that the right's foreign policy is to defend, that we must have a large and well-equipped military to defend our interests across the globe because other countries are taking resources that should be ours, and that we should be using tariffs and aggressive trade agreements to get a more fair trade amongst other countries, and that Europe is going to have to defend itself. They don't believe that the United States should be even a part of NATO anymore. They don't believe that that organization is going to be sustainable in the new world order. And they believe that tariffs and taxes work, and that we shouldn't give aid to countries that don't have stable governments because it's a waste of money and it allows those resources to fall in the hands of ill-gotten people. They believe that the left is an aid-based foreign policy where we're just giving money and throwing money at governments that have unstable governments and countries that have unstable governments because their people are suffering, and that we're too sympathetic, and that we want to use diplomacy in the form of sanctions and stuff to control things and not military force, and that we want to cut our military in half, and that we don't want to keep building military things or support the military. They also believe that we are too generous with our aid money, and that we get involved too much in what other countries' politics are and whether they're committing human rights, and let that interfere with our ability to do trade and economic issues. Now, I welcome any comments on either side of whether you believe there's any differences in the right. I'm not a right. I'm just going to say that. This is the right's view from one person, a friend of mine, who we're going through this project together. Okay, have a great day.